Okay, so in the previous video I said that it would show all the other endings in one small compilation. Well, the compilation would not be small if I had to show ending S. Ending S has quite a few steps that I want to explain in order to get one of them. Yeah, one of them. There's technically two S endings, and there's two ways to get them. Anyway, right here, I was supposed to check that little box up there, because that's where one of the places the West Wing key can be spawned. It's randomly generated. You obviously want the perfume. And here I'm going back over here because I want to use this passage to get immediately into the courtyard. However, even if you use this passage, you still end up having... Oh, actually, before that. Jennifer's health immediately turned red right here. That's your cue to recover. You absolutely want to recover for this area because you're going to be cornered by Scissorman and there is no escape. You absolutely have to, use a panic event against them. Anyway, that's Anne. She's the one drowning right there. And you'd think Jennifer would go in to help her instead of just standing there. But it's actually the right thing to do to not help her because she's not drowning because of her stupidity. She's being drowned by something else. It's going to take a while for her to completely drown. Obviously, human death in real life, it tends to be slow, not abrupt. Anyway, yes, Scissorman, and he's cornered you. You would think you would be able to open the passage to the left, but I tried that. It did not work. So I just stand in place, wait for him to come over. And yeah, actually, that's something I have to warn you all about. Do not try to run into Scissorman. That will probably end up with you dead. No, there will be no cue for a panic event at all. Anyway, yeah, she trips over, but you have plenty of time to escape him. As soon as you go through that hole, in or out, you've instantly escaped Scissorman. Even though he's shorter than you. And should technically be able to go through that hole himself. Anyway, going back right into the hole because I want to technically take a shortcut to the other side of the manor, but it's not really that much of a shortcut. It does leave me with an excellent hiding spot, however. Always guaranteed to be able to escape Scissorman if I have to. Anyway, you go upstairs. Over to the left. Not in this door, but the next one. However, the screen got stuck, so I have to try to open this door anyway. So I go all the way over here because I immediately want to get the West Wing key, but I didn't take into account that the West Wing key is actually randomly generated. It doesn't always appear in the nest. It's full of eggs and junk, and nothing else. That means I'm going to have to go back all the way to the beginning to find the actual West Wing key. But before that, we go inside here, because we want to get the black robe. And a can of insecticide as well, because we need the gold key from the meat locker. Yeah, it's no good. Too high to climb up, so push the crate, go inside, find the black clothes. You don't necessarily have to get the black robe from here, by the way. It's possible to get it from the phone room. Now I go into the kitchen to get only the gold key. Do not get the ham. If you get the ham, the game will actually, if you go into the phone room, Miss Mary will be there to actually ambush you, and Jennifer will not know any better. However, there are the beverages in the kitchen that can knock you out and send you into the prison. You want the ham if you, for some reason, do that. Because the game will not actually will not care if you have the ham or not. And if you go into the prison without a ham, you're dead. It's dead end. You're always gonna die. No escape whatsoever. Here I was confused as to whether or not, or rather, I was confused as to where the key is. It's under the glass. Silver key. I can't even remember what the silver key unlocks. Maybe this room? Maybe. Anyway, the ceremony room. You actually want to You can't actually find anything here, but you need to check everything. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back to this room because of a certain event that I'll have to trigger, but it's kind of confusing. You absolutely have to check everything in this room if you actually want to beat the game, even though it doesn't seem to do anything. Because Jennifer has to learn of stuff by herself. She doesn't know everything in advance like you do. Here I went back to check to see if I'm gonna if I'm gonna actually find a West Wing key this time, but no, that's not how it works. Gotta go back all the way over here. Oh, and you probably want to check this picture as well for plot development. Gotta go all the way back in this room to check that box. There's a key in here. The West Wing key. Now you can open this door, or the door in the first floor. And move on to the rest of the game. The two rooms to the left here are completely useless. No purpose at all to go into them. Unless you want to get yourself creeped out or something. At the very least, I don't think there's any purpose for them. This room door right there doesn't work. Don't know if it's an emulator thing or if it's actually how it is. Here you want to free the crows. I'm not sure if it's absolutely necessary for the S ending, but you probably want to free the crows. Because I'm under the impression that it's possible to shove off Miss Mary without the crows, but again, I could be wrong. Just in case you want to free the crow. It's a nice thing to do anyway. That's why you free the rats as well. Of course, there's only one crow that you free, but he'll come back with his friends in the ending, don't worry. Incidentally, I don't know why the crows are necessary for the ceremony. Not sure what the significance of them is. Yeah, you want to check the hole and then check the plank if you want to put that down. And here, this is an important room to find out the truth about the situation here. It's random whether or not you'll get Scissor Man from that crate or a cat. It's been a while since I've seen Scissor Man, so I get Scissor Man. Boo-hoo. Fortunately, it's actually really easy to repel them. All you have to do is get out of this room, then go all the way to the left, like past the other segment, the hallway. Right here. Then go back. Then Jennifer gets real smart all of a sudden. Incidentally, if you have not set down the plank, I believe she'll make the jump. And if you have the rope, all you need to do is set it up on that statue right to the right there, and she'll be able to rappel down, otherwise she'd be stuck. So it's a long process, but you gotta touch this thing. Then you gotta check the wall. Then you gotta check the plank of wood. Break it down. Can go inside. Yes, there is a room over there. And now there's a bunch of stuff here, unlike my first playthrough. Because in my first playthrough, I got all the information from Mr. Barrows in the jail. Doesn't make much sense that all this stuff disappears if you get in the jail, but whatever. It's like, it's too bad because this is like eerily creepy and one of the more dramatic moments of the game. Not to mention, it gives more, it makes more sense for Jennifer to be the protagonist after you've seen this stuff. It looks like a chart. The patients were 2 newborn babies. You have to check all this stuff on the ground before checking the body. A name's embroidered in the bag. Walter Simpson. Walter Simpson? Father? Yeah, that probably made more sense in the Japanese, the way she said that. It's holding a piece of paper. It looks like a memo. October 11th, 1986. This is the third day I, Dr. Walter Simpson, have been in here. I'll not last long. Before I die, I will record this. There are twin children who are a blemish on this world. When the lady was to give birth, I was called to this house. She gave birth to demons. When they were born, they ate my right hand. They were ill, their bodies deformed. They should have died, but they lived. I should have tried to. Breathing is painful. The air in this room is already gone. They are in a cradle under the star. Yeah, cradle. I know it's cradle, so now. I always thought it was cradle. Anyway, yeah, Jennifer. It's nice to know that her father's thoughts were all about her in the end. He truly cared. Incidentally, how old was Jennifer when he died? I can't be sure. Because Bobby and Dan are like 10 years old or 9 years old or something. No, you cannot open that door to the right. You have to go all the way back through here. Anyway, there's a few more rooms to check. This room, not much in there. Like, you can find a lantern if you see one of your friends die, but the lantern only leads to a copper key, which is not all that great. This room, on the other hand, that's where you find the ceremony key. Just check the chest under the clown doll. Key was left on it. Pocketed the ceremony key. Then the doll attacks you, and it will kill you if you fail the panic event. Ironically enough, you can have Jennifer rest, and she sort of crouches when she does that. Yet the doll will still manage to hit you, even though it kind of shouldn't. I always remembered this doll as having some kind of sword when I was thinking of this game before I played it again. Guess I misremembered. You know, yeah, look at this. Jennifer seems to be, like, not be able to be reachable by that doll, but no, it will reach you anyway. Silly thing. Yeah, get back up. And get out. Go back downstairs. There actually are 2 more rooms to check. Here, if you were going for one specific ending, you would have to check for information. But even though I didn't know it at the time, I end up having the scepter ending. Basically, whether or not you get the statue ending depends on a certain curtain on the room right over there. That curtain on the top left, if you check it and you see the scepter, well, congratulations, you got the scepter ending. If you see Bobby, you're getting the statue ending. Got the scepter. Or staff, whatever. Incidentally, the statue is the canon item that you find, because that's what's being referenced back in the sequel. Oh yeah, sometimes Bobby will drop from the ceiling. Didn't happen this time. Now, I believe I'm ready to get inside to find a cradle under the star, but no, I'm actually missing some crucial information before I can go in there. First off, I need to check everything in the other ceremony room, like the one that's like more of a study, and I also need to find Miss Mary, even though I know she's evil. So I do lots of testing around here, even though there's no point to it. It's an iron disc. Cross has been carved into it. Cannot do anything about it. Square hole is invisible. The cradle under the star. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I test a lot. I just test around a lot here because I'm not sure what information I'm missing. It's kind of annoying to see Jennifer keep saying it's a Celadon vase over and over when you don't have the information necessary to be able to solve this thing. And only you click that, and all of a sudden Jennifer decides to push it, and now you see this new piece of information: a vase with the scepter in it. Although the scepter looks kind of red, and it looks like it's like sprouting lava, sort of, kind of. Anyway, I forgot to check something right there, but that'll come back for later. Right now, we need to find Miss Mary. Oh, surprise, surprise! Fortunately, Jennifer knows she's evil now. Yes, there is something very wrong. I don't know why, but Miss Mary just walking up to you slowly with that knife out really creeped me out. Like, I froze for a second. You guys saw that? I didn't react for a second when I really should have. Anyway, you gotta check with the staff that puff of cloud or something. Then she says, it depicts a ceremony that rooms somewhere in this house. Now Jennifer knows what to do. Really aggravating. I'm pretty sure I checked like 50 times the vase with the staff in. Jennifer never bothered putting the staff into it. Anyway, cradle under the star, here we come. First I want to restore my health because I want it to be all blue. I do believe you need to make sure that you're not red, but could be wrong. Kind of cool that you find a black robe and perfume so early on, but it's only at this point that you finally realize what you're gonna need to use them for. Oh, make sure to check over here for your friend's dead body. If you do not see Lot die, you will in fact get the F ending, no matter how close you were to the S ending. Incidentally enough, if you do not see any of the other of your friends die before you get here, you will actually glitch this part, and Lut will not appear here. So you're going to be stuck in the F ending no matter what. To avoid seeing any of your friends die, it actually comes into play for 2 glitch endings. You just have to go through the courtyard really, really quickly, or just get lucky, because normally when you just walk to the normal path, you'll see either Laura die in the shower, or Anne die through the ceiling or something like that. But if you go through the courtyard, it's actually random whether or not you see one of your friends die, which allows you to not see one of your friends die, which allows you to play the rest of the game to the end and possibly not see any of your friends die up to here. And since you didn't see any of them die, that means Lut will not appear for some reason. Gives me the chills every time. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much because the developers probably didn't intend there to be like a NES Plus ending where both of your friends survive. One of them has to die, and you have to choose. Vote or die. Oh, speaking of dying, you want to continuously press the B button right here, because it is an action event, and it is possible to fail it. Kinda sucks that Jennifer doesn't really kill Dan by herself. Like, she doesn't choose to kill Dan. She just accidentally does it while climbing this hill right here. But then again, she does choose to kill Bobby by activating the clock tower. And she'll accidentally kill Miss Mary by pushing her back and getting her like shocked by the control panel or something like that. I suppose it's kind of a thing with horror games. You don't want your protagonist to be like the one that actually wants to kill stuff, particularly in games that actually decide to give your protagonist a gun for a horror game. That makes it so much less creepy. But I would like horror games to also not shy away from having your protagonist learn of the situation and understand that ultimately they do have to kill something to survive. And not for them to like continuously escape with their lives and accidentally eventually kill the demon or monster or whatever. You want to choose floor 3, but maybe floor 2 works too. Not sure. If you do not know that Miss Mary is evil, you will always die at this segment. You'll get either ending D or E. I like that as soon as the elevator was off screen, we saw Bobby come out of nowhere. It's like they didn't bother animating the elevator doors. Even though they did for us entering the place. Anyway, yeah, you can see one of your friends right there for some reason. If your friend is up and running, that means they're about to die, however. Bye-bye, Bobby. We're never seeing him again. Ever. Seriously. That's it for him. Anyway, the game has to end real quick, so Miss Mary's, for some reason, will just hide him right back there. I don't know if this is actually a panic event. You probably want to, just in case, press the button a few times, however. I probably could have fast-forwarded through this part. It's a bit laggy because of all the moving parts in the screen. Then again, the Super Nintendo, I don't feel it was that weak. This is not exactly what you call an optimized game. Even though the sprites are really, really well done, its frame rate or the speed of the game could have been a bit faster. I like how Jennifer is just like, oops, she fell. Oh well. She just does not care. Also, small graphical glitch to the left right here. That's an emulator thing, I'm almost positive. Not the game's fault, emulator's fault. Anyway, yeah, clock tower is ending. This is how you get it. We survive with Laura, I believe. You can choose to survive with Anne if you want to, but if you want to survive with Anne instead of Laura, you just check the shower instead of going through the courtyard immediately. I think. I'm not sure if like the pool death is actually something that can happen even after you see Laura die or something. Because some of your friends' deaths only happen when you like interact with something in your environment. But initially, for the beginning, the designers really wanted to like show you the monster, and one of your friends dying to show you that things are serious. So that's why it's like really enforced that you have to see one of your friends die at the beginning, even though it's possible to avoid seeing one of them die. Anyway, yeah, ending S cleared. S is for secret. Or super. Or sex, according to some fanfics. Anyway, yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this video and hope you have a nice day. Next time, a compilation of all the other endings and a few steps to show what you're supposed to do to get to them. Bye-bye.